All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. Megan Taslaman from Thyroid Healthy Balance. And if you're joining us live here today, please say hello. Let us know that you're here. Surprise, surprise, Leanne is actually here in person because Leanne and I live in the same suburb. So I thought, you know what? We're not going to do the whole interview where, we're in different rooms. That's so boring. Come over here and then let's be on here live. And there's a bit of a delay here, so I hope you're not distracted by that, Leanne. But if you're jumping on here, please let us know that you're here. And let's get it into it. Leanne is one of my beautiful clients who I've been working with for the last 6-7 months now in the Thyroid Restoration Roadmap. And Leanne is joining me here for a live interview so that I can ask Leanne some questions and so that you can get a glimpse of what's possible for you across your thyroid journey if you decide to come on board and work with us or with me in the Thyroid Restoration Roadmap. So first of all, I just want to say to Leanne, like at the very, very beginning, so way back when I first met you, which would have been last July, or a little bit before July, if you'd love to tell the viewers, where were you at in terms of your thyroid health then, and what made you come on board the Thyroid Restoration Roadmap so that we have
Okay, well, I was feeling really sluggish and had no energy, and back to that whole feeling, yucky within myself again. So I thought I have got to do something about this. So I knew of Megan because I'd seen her information coming up on my Facebook, and I thought the point that she said thyroid in her description made me really think, well, that's where I want to go. I want to go work with somebody who specifically understands the thyroid issue. She has a similar situation as me, similar diagnosis as me, and I thought, who better to work with than someone who actually has what you've got? So they understand you to start with, because it's all about understanding how it all works within you. So that's the reason why I can.
Okay, beautiful. So identified with my journey. You could see some common elements with signs and symptoms and etc.
Yeah, and your vibrance, I'm like, I want that. I need that. I need to get back to that because that's where I want to be, and that's where I wasn't.
Yes. And how, honestly, I've seen the transformation, across this 6 months with where you are now compared to at the very, very beginning when I remember, you were really struggling to get out of bed. You were struggling with your energy. You were unable to maintain some regularity with your exercise. And what really inspired me to bring you on into this group today is last week you said, I'm the fittest I've ever been and I'm the strongest I've ever been. And that is just absolutely phenomenal.
It's strength. I mean, I do Pilates twice a week. I have been for a long time.
Yeah.
But now I am as strong as my coach. I'm using the same springs. I'm not doing all my same exercise, but similar. And I'm also working out as well at home, which I could never have done before. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have thought 2 days a week's enough for me. Now I'm like, okay, well, I can fit a walk in the afternoon, or I can do some weight training, and I'm going to do an extra Pilates class a week at home. So I'm doing it all.
You're doing it all. Yeah, isn't that fantastic? Because one of the things that you mentioned, well, I'll let you explain, how have you found your experience within the Thyroid Restoration Roadmap from the beginning? Because just knowing myself, you were unsure about your gut health with how that relates into your thyroid. So without me saying any more, would you like to just talk a little bit about that journey?
What, working with you in this?
Yes, I'm just giving you a double question.
Yeah, how did you double?
Sorry. Okay, let's just start with how's your experience been in working with with me in the thyroid restoration room.
Well, I've actually really enjoyed it because what I have found is that everyone's unique, and my unique set of symptoms is what Megan has honed in. She's honed in on those symptoms rather than saying, well, do this, and this, and this is the formula. Well, there's no formula with thyroid and with Hashimoto's because everyone has different symptoms, and my symptoms present it differently to somebody else's. So, you know, I have found it to be, I'm treated very uniquely, and all of the little symptoms I've had, a lot of symptoms I've had have been dealt with as my within me rather than, you know, do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So not a cookie cutter approach.
There's no cookie cutter, because that's the thing. For anyone who's watching here, and say hello if you're watching there, please. Be awesome to interact. If you're watching here now, or if you're watching the replay, please do a hashtag replay. One thing that I often mention is there's no one size fits all. And the thing is Leanne's exactly right. Leanne's signs and symptoms are different to other clients. You know, like there could be fatigue, but there's different types of fatigue. It presents in different ways, and also it's triggered by different things as well. So absolutely no size fits all, and that's why I feel that you know, clients that I work with, you know, are treated as individuals in a very, very bespoke manner because hey Leanne, Leanne's here. Hey Emma. Hey Emma, how are you? Yeah, so essentially, you know, we're all individuals and we're all very, very unique, and that's what we bring to the program. This is kind of fun doing an interview in the same room, and I feel like I'm going off track a bit, so I'm just going to calm my energy down a little bit. So I just wanted to ask Leanne now, what are your what are your major breakthroughs?
Oh my God. I think the first one was energy, and that then led me on to be able to exercise more. So that was one of my goals a few months ago, was being able to do more exercise, being able to walk my dogs, being able to go out and just do little things that I wanted to do. So there, that was my one goal. Working on my gut, so all these things didn't react with my body. So, you know, I wouldn't get cramping or whatever the symptoms that I got. I wouldn't get any of those symptoms or bloating or whatever. They just don't happen now. So they're two things that have been big breakthroughs, as well as I was challenged by the darling Megan to think about my circadian rhythms a bit more. And so now I'm getting up about 7 o'clock. I've recognized I need 8.5 hours sleep. And after 8.5 hours sleep, I wake up. A little bit groggy, but I wake up. So that's a new thing that we've unpacked, and it's been an easy thing to fix, really. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So honouring your body where your body's at, and understanding that your body requires X amount of sleep, whereas somebody else may get away with another amount of sleep. And it's okay because we're all unique and individual. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And with just backtracking with Leanne's gut issues, you know, that came about from a lot of questioning and drilling down into Leanne's own individual picture. And then from that information, I was able to order some tests, some functional tests, which actually allowed us to pinpoint exactly what was going on, because we like to use objective data alongside subjective data, and all the while, you know, looking at why that's showing up for this person or for this client, you know, in their life, right? So we don't ever look at one piece of information in isolation of everything else. And that's how we then get around it.
Yeah, well, I'm on next to no supplementation now, apart from a couple of little things I always take, but like literally nothing. And I'm like, this is the first time in 7 years I've been on nothing. So, and I don't feel like I need it now.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
And see, one of the things we do as well is tapping into our heart's intelligence. So when we're feeling like Leanne, when we're feeling a certain way, then now Leanne has a very acute understanding of her body and what's going on for herself, so that then she can tap in and go, okay, yep, today I need X, Y, Z, or I might just, have this support, whether it's diet, lifestyle, supplementation for a period of time to really get back on track.
Yeah, that's all I've done. And I'm quite surprised that that's where I'm at. And I don't feel, I'm very attuned in my body, as well as Megan said. So I will, if I can feel a change for the better or for the worse, I'm very up to it. And if I feel a change for the worse, I'll always let Megan know that I'm feeling how I'm feeling, so she's got an understanding. So when I come back to her maybe a couple of weeks ago, actually I feel either better or worse, she knows that too.
Yeah. And it's always looking at that in conjunction with what else is going on in our lives, because our thyroid does not, see, this is why often it's called the mystery illness. It's not really all that much of a mystery when you see how it's connected to every other system in the body, and you can see what actually makes it worse, what the exacerbating factors are, what your potential triggers are for you as an individual. And when you're all over that, that's when health abundance
happens. Yeah, which is amazing. I'm feel really good and deeply indebted that Megan's been able to, and I've been able to drill down as to what's working for me or what wasn't working for me, so we can bring that flower out to bloom.
Absolutely. Beautiful flower. Absolutely. What a great way of looking at it. And here's the thing, it wasn't me and it wasn't Leanne, it was our collaboration. And then there's the collaboration of other members in the group as well.
And that was really supportive. The support you guys get from the other members has been really, really lovely too. Like, we can support each other with our food, and with I was putting up accountability posts for my exercise, and I was getting, cheered on. It was really great. It was really, 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 really good. And even like putting up with, just different things, just being able to just get that support for each other. So
fantastic. It's amazing. And even like 2 weeks ago, Leanne sent me a little voice clip saying, I can't believe it, I'm not taking any supplements and I feel great. So here's the thing, right? Our body wants us to heal. Our body is craving for homeostasis, craving for balance. It wants to heal. So when we empower our own body, our body can really show up and do amazing things for us if we collaborate with it. Yeah.
And do what it needs to do, and let it do its thing. Because I'm a big believer in nature and letting us our bodies take the ride for us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's fantastic. And now, do you have any other breakthroughs that you'd like to share, or anything else that you'd like to share?
I just think we've talked about sleep. We've talked about my latest thing we're doing is working on my goiter now.
Oh, that's
our latest thing. So that's, I never thought I could actually change it at all. I thought that it was always going to be, it goes up and down depending on stress and how much sleep I've had, etc., etc. And I went through a really big stress time last year. So obviously that's what's going to be impactful. But that's the next thing we're working on, is that. And that's been really interesting to work through that. And, well, we're still working through it, but it's an interesting, it's interesting how I can actually touch it now, and it's actually getting smaller. So, which is
this is Leanne, are you happy for me to expand on that?
Sure. Yeah.
So Leanne, the thing is, in some of my lives, you will have heard me talk about, the spiritual realm, the energetic realm, and what else we can do for ourselves, as well as all the physical things, looking at our diet, looking at our lifestyle, looking at our sleep, and all of those things. What if we actually send healing energy to our gland, rather than it doing a job and whipping it? We're actually working with the organs in our body, because we're all connected in that energetic space as well as the physical space. So Leanne is actually in the health industry. Leanne's an aromatherapist. So when we talk about essential oils, Leanne acutely is aware and understands and knows all about essential oils. And we've been working with essential oils that Leanne resonates with, as well as some that are probably very good at helping this whole fifth chakra area and massaging into that space.
Just twice a day and just sending it love, and really I can touch it more than I could before. So that's our next thing. So
improving the relationship to the organ that has been of a little bit of dysfunction, or dis-ease, so not as much ease, but it's not disease as in like, the biomedical model as see it, so that we can then collaborate with the organ in question and bring that back into balance. So watch this space, everybody. We're really, really excited. Lisa's here. I just noticed the comments. Lisa's here. Yeah, it is absolutely amazing. Yeah. So Leanne is working with us for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So that we can, with health, how long is a piece of string? Leanne's feeling amazing, has got energy, gut health issues are resolved, but wants to dig deeper.
Yeah, I want to dig deeper and work out what's going on. Continue to work out what's going on. I want to work out. Just lots of little things now. The big things have seem to be under control at the moment. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to journey this with someone like Leanne, who really does prioritise her health as number one. Really, it's
try.
Yeah, you do pretty well.
I think if you don't, for me, if I'm going to do something, I want to do it properly. So, and sometimes you need someone like Megan to go, maybe just add a little bit of this in or do a little bit of that, and it actually helps. Where rather than just trying to surf along that internet or something and try and work out what to do, because it might actually be at all what you need to do. So
there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there. And there's a lot of, if you don't do this, you're gonna have a big problem, that kind of fear-mongering, scare stuff, we need to bust those myths out of the water. So Leanne's doing that.
I'm trying.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so for everybody who's watching, thank you for joining, and don't forget to do the hashtag replay if you're coming on later on. Lisa's just asking a question. Thanks. How easy was it to make the changes for your health?
Well, I'm pretty stubborn about my health.
I
prioritize it fairly. It's my priority. I think the thing was we broke things down one at a time so that they weren't hard to do.
Yes.
Rather than just going, let's do blah, 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 and getting overwhelmed. We broke things down, starting with the gut first, which Megan always starts with, and then working on it. So that was how we addressed it to start with. Because one thing was working. Oh, great! Now let's work to the next thing, and that actually worked into the next issue as well. Definitely. Because your gut health's better, therefore something else is better, and now that my energy is improved, now I go, okay, well now I can work on my sleep. Let's change that as well. So I really suggest to work with Megan if you're one of those ones who's sitting on the fence there. I really would, because it's been something it's been life-changing for me. So yeah, it could be for you too.
Yeah, well, that's really, really beautiful. Yeah. And like what Leanne was saying there before, absolutely, like step by step, it doesn't need to be overwhelming. Sometimes what we do is we may compartmentalize our dietary and lifestyle for a period of time just to kind of make some crucial changes and create some new rituals, potentially change some habits that have just become an autopilot in your life. And until it's pointed out, it's like, oh, yeah, that's actually not serving me very well.
And then your new rituals become your autopilot, which are much more healthy for you.
Yes, absolutely. And also energizing and fulfilling on so many more ways, because when you actually connect to how this is going to help you, it takes on a whole new form of energy, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I've discovered. So,
and I have to admit, when I met Leanne, like Leanne's healthy. Like Leanne's doing all the good things, right? And so here's the thing, there were some tweaks and changes across the board with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just to kind of highlight, everything from the food that you're eating to establishing some boundaries.
Yeah, because when I first met you, I was predominantly vegan, which made it really hard. And then Megan said, well, how about you need to eat a little bit more of...
We're thinking tyrosine, guys.
Yeah.
So tyrosine is the main amino acid that actually feeds through to help create your thyroid hormones.
So that's pretty well much where I was lacking. So once we started getting a few little things on board and tweaking, as Megan said, we all seem to happen.
And the iodine mystery as well.
That's the thing we're uncovering with the
pointer. Yeah, absolutely. So if for anyone who's I may have had a conversation with, or you've kind of been on the sidelines and you're just watching, Leanne, what advice would you give to those people? I think you've already given the advice. Give it again.
I will give it again. Well, maybe just I just think of touch base with Megan and have that conversation and prioritize your health, because your health is, you only get one health. You only get one shot at this. So why not give your best shot and be the abundance that you want to be, the abundance in your health and your life as much as you want to be. So that would be my biggest tip, is just to go for it. Just do it.
That's it. Have a conversation. So if you're watching this and you're absolutely, and you're curious, because there's no one size fits all. So if you're curious at how the thyroid restoration roadmap will work for you as a unique individual that you are, I urge you to just message me. What would be the key word? Health.
We both said it, so that's it.
Health. Just put health in the comments, and I'll be sure to reach out to you, and we'll have a conversation about your health and how this journey will serve you, so that you can actually get on top of your health and live to have optimal health for health abundance. Oh, tangled up with my words. So that's it from us. Any parting words or?
No, I think we've covered a
lot. We've covered a lot.
Thanks for having me. I've enjoyed it.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
On this special day?
On this special day, yes. To all the women out there, happy International Women's Day. And I hope you're doing something beautiful for yourself. Honouring your wisdom, honouring your genius zone, because you know what, we've all got a stroke of genius and the world needs it. So absolutely. Yeah. All right, that's it from us. We're going to go and have some lunch now.
We are.
Yes, so I have lunch with my clients too.
Spoil ourselves.
Yeah. All right, that's it from us. Have a beautiful day. And if you have any questions, just shoot them in the comments and we will answer them. Leanne is happy to take any questions, I presume, as well.
Absolutely, yeah, I will.
Okay. Any questions? All right, bye for now.